Yo, what's good, YouTube? Bringing you guys everything you need to know. Modern Warfare 3. Every single class setup you're gonna need. This is the video for you. I got you guys covered right here. So, starting off for CDL, Call of Duty League classes. These are your rank play classes, your AIDS classes, whatever you guys want to call it. CDL classes. This is what you want to be running. You want to be running the MCW, Cyclone Barrel, Billeted Break, Slate Reflector, or you could change this for the what is it, MK3. A lot of people running that. Heavy stock, and high grain ammunition is G8, so it's not allowed, but in pubs you definitely want to run that if you're used to the recoil. So, and for the underbarrel you want to run the phantom stock. I've seen some people using the DR6 stock. I like this for a little bit more recoil control, but you could try either one of these out right here. And that's pretty much it for the MCW. But like I said, this is a CDL class. I'll get into the pubs class in a second. And now for the Rival 9, we have the Clear Shot Barrel. We have the Purifier Muzzle Brake. We have the MTZ Stock. We have the Rival Vice Assault Grip. And we have the Phantom Underbarrel again. And the same thing as MCW. Some people run the DR6 for that quicker aim down and movement speed, but I prefer the recoil. It's personal preference, so if you guys want to try that out, go ahead. And that's pretty much it. So for CDL, you definitely want to be running these two classes right here. Rival 9, MCW. If you're not running these classes, I don't know what you're doing. And oh, before I forget, the Renetti right here, you want to be running these attachments right here. I know there's been GAs, like certain tournaments or certain rules you can't run ammunition. You pretty much can't run anything in certain tournaments, I think, except for rear grip and a red dot, and maybe the barrel for the movement. So just double check on that. Alright, moving on. We got the DG58. This gun is absolutely insane. This is banned in the CDL, so that should tell you already right there that this gun is crazy. On top of that, so all my pubs classes, being that there's no restrictions or anything like that, you can change one attachment or two attachments around for a red dot or a magazine, which is what I personally run. I like to run a red dot and a magazine because I go for nukes or high kill streaks, whatever. So, but if you're not looking to run a red dot or magazine and you're just looking for the best way to optimize the gun, that's the way I set it up. And if I were to change something, I would change the high grain for the red dot or the magazine, because the high grain, even though it boosts your damage range and velocity, it does decrease your recoil by a little bit, so that may kind of mess you up a little. So anyways, we got the LS18 barrel right here. We have the Spitfire muzzle. Sometimes I like to run the Shadow Strike as well because it doesn't have any cons to it, and obviously you're running the suppressor because you don't want to be seen on the mini map, so you can go with that. Yeah, like I said, so majority of my guns is gonna be the Phantom. That's what I like personally, and I think it's the best. Some people, like I said, they run the DR6, so personal preference for that. Like I said, high grain rounds and the Soldier Pro padded booty plate stock. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So like I said, for all these classes, I would personally take out the ammunition, add maybe a 60 round on here or a red dot, whatever you guys want. You can mess around. I would just recommend changing one and swapping it out. So that's all personal preference right there. Now going on to the holder, I have the Krios barrel. I have the Spitfire muzzle. I have the Phantom underbarrel, 5.56 high grain rounds, and the assault stock. Go right there. FAZE P Brune barrel, Spitfire muzzle, Phantom underbarrel, high grain rounds, Ravid stock. This gun absolutely shreds. This is also banned in the CDL, so that should tell you already that this gun is absolutely insane. And this gun is banned as well too. I forgot to mention that, the holder. So these 3 guns, I'm telling you right now, if you guys are struggling in pubs right now and you guys can't seem to kill, because I know the TTK is higher this year, try these 3 guns out. These are gonna be your most overpowered go-to weapons right here. EG56, Holger, AR. There's also LMG, but you definitely want to use the AR. And the BAS B, I think it's a battle rifle. And going on to the last class I have here for you guys, the pub striker class. Now, I know in the beta a lot of you guys were running the striker because obviously it's one of the only guns we had to run, and this is a setup I have made right now. So the recon barrel, sonic suppressor muzzle, Phantom underbarrel, high grain rounds, and I have the Locksman Recon stock. And like I said, this gun it's not the best sub, but it definitely is worth using in some situations. And that's pretty much it, guys. So I promise you, run these classes, you guys are definitely gonna be frying, definitely gonna be streaking up with these classes. And like I said, the best guns in the game right now is the Ravel 9 SMG, #1 SMG for sure, 100%. It is a close range to medium range weapon only. I mean, you can get long range kills with it, but it's a little bit difficult. And like I said, these guns are absolutely, these 3 right here are absolutely insane. They're banned in the CDL, so like I said, that should tell you more than enough. And then perks really is simple this year, unless like you're trying to do certain stuff, I guess. I don't know. I run marksman gloves, I run covert sneakers, that's a must, basically ninja, and EOD padding or ghost. I like to run ghost in pubs a little bit if I'm trying to streak up. And I've tried out the bone conduction headset. I don't know how I feel about it, because I think it boosts your teammates footsteps as well. So I don't know how I feel about that, because if I just have the covert on, my teammates footsteps are regular, I'm not really hearing them that much, I could pretty much sound more out just off of that. So I would recommend either running EOD or attack mask. Now moving on to the settings. For the settings, this is a PS5 settings. I can also do PC settings if you guys want a video on that. I'll drop a quick video for you guys on that, maybe on shorts. Just leave a comment and I got you guys. So for graphics, want to basically copy all my settings here. These are on by default. These are a big one. I see a lot of people where, like, I even see some streamers still these on, and these definitely hurt your visual by a lot, as you can see on the right hand side. So you want to turn on-demand texture streaming off, both world motion and weapon motion blur off, film grain turned all the way down, depth of field on, fidelity cast on, fidelity cast strength all the way to 100. Now you want to have eco mode off. If you have a 120 refresh rate monitor, which most of you probably have, you want to have this on. And field of view, this is all personal preference, as a lot of you guys may know. I play on 100. I know it's 120 better for Warzone, but a multiplayer, I think you'd be fine with 100. And you want to change these to least. I think it's on 100% default. So if you want to go, I like playing with these on least. inverted flashbang off, and I think the rest of these are pretty much default. And this is a big one that I don't see a lot of people talking about. You want to take your safe area and lower it all the way. So what this is gonna do is it's gonna minimize everything, so you see it on your screen pretty much better. I don't know how to really explain it, just do it, trust me, it works. And I know a big given is the mini map. It makes the mini map a little bigger and more into your screen, I think. So there's that. Now graphic settings are complete. Audio settings, you want to go to audio mix and pick home theater. You want to go to master volume, press square, or if you're on PC, just go to show more. Turn all these things off. These are not visual, these are audio cues that will probably mess you up in game. If you have like an enemy coming up close to you. Effects, you want to definitely leave on 100%. War tracks, you can turn this down. Cinematic music volume, you can turn that down. You want to leave it on 10, you can hear it like slightly, it doesn't really affect you as much, but for the most part you want to turn everything down. And I have voice chat volume down. If your people that you play with are in voice chat and you can barely hear them, you want to turn this up. And yeah, for the most part you just want to have effects maxed out and have all these turned down. Alright, moving on. Voice chat on. All of these is basically default settings. If your mic is a little too loud and like people are complaining about your mic being too loud, it's picking up background noises, you want to go to open mic sensitivity and just mess around with this. The higher you put it, the less sensitive it'll be, as it says there on the right side. The higher the value, the less sensitive the microphone. So essentially what you want to do is just keep turning this up until they can hear you clear and they cannot hear your background noise as much. So I kind of had a problem with that, that's why mine's up at 80, but I have a different microphone that I'm using now to record. All right, moving on. And then also you could go here to test your microphone as well. And the rest of these, like I said, are pretty much default. It's personal preference. You would want to turn, I mean, if you're on a juggernaut, it's personal preference, like I said. I thought this was kind of cool. You could change the hit marker sound. I kind of like the new ones. It's different, so I don't feel the same. But you can go back to the classic. It's the old school Modern Warfare 2. Or you could put 9. I don't know why you would put 9. And then for interface is pretty much the same. You just want to make sure all of these are turned on. You should have it on by default. And that's pretty much it. I think these wouldn't be on for you. So you definitely want to turn these on because it'll show you if you have any packet loss, and it'll show you what your latency is. And that's pretty much it. Another thing, okay, last thing. This for me is a big settings here. I've changed up my game style completely. So for controller settings, I have different settings set up here. I play on controller, so these are my controller based settings, and like I said, these are probably going to be for the most part personal preference settings. Yeah, so dead zone inputs, these are your threshold for your stick. So if you have stick drift, what you want to do is go in here and turn these up to match your stick drift. So basically you just want to go in a private match, turn this up by like 1 or 2, go into the private match, mess around with it, and then just keep turning this up a little by little until your stick drift goes away. And obviously there's one for the right stick, one for the left stick. Now there's no really big settings you would change in here. Like I said, it's all personal preference. You would go to button layout, you can change all your buttons there. I play on a Battle Beaver controller, so I have 2 back buttons, so that's why you see my circle is to jump, X is to slide. That's how I play, because my back buttons are X and circle. So there's that. Now for aiming, this is a big one on my gameplay. I play on 4 sensitivity. I was playing on 5, but I feel like in this game the sensitivity is way higher, or definitely a little bit higher than recent CODs. And I don't know, 4 just feels better for me. If I put it up any higher, I feel like my aim just going all over the place. But I play on 4 when I'm red gunning. These are the settings I'm gonna give you right now are my red gunning setup, so when I'm using regular guns, and then I have a sniping setup as well, which is very important, so stick around for that. All right, so like I said, I have 4 sensitivity. Now a big thing that I have is custom sensitivity per zoom. So what this setting does is you have custom aim down sight sensitivity multipliers. So for the high zooms, as in like sniper rifles, whatever, 8 times and up, I run 0.85, and these are pretty much on default. I don't really use these scopes a lot, so I just have it on default. And then for my low zooms, which is basically iron sight or red dot sights, which is the one mainly I use on my red guns, I have it at 0.70. Now this may not work for you, but it definitely works for me and definitely helped me out, so you guys might want to mess around with these settings, but it is personal preference. All right, another big thing here, aim response curve type. Now there's been talks in the CDL, they want to go back to standard because of how this thing just feels like you're just gunning crazy. So like I said, if you have it on standard or linear, you want to use dynamic. You really want to use dynamic. Moving on to aim assist. You need to have your aim assist on. Now for this, I use Black Ops. Black Ops does feel a little stickier for me. I was using default in the beginning. I don't notice a big difference, but I don't know, I've been using Black Ops, it's just been better for me. Now for sniping, the main thing for sniping, I think this has been in the last 2 CODs. I'm not too sure. I know it was in Modern Warfare 2. It's precision aim assist type. If you're playing on a higher sensitivity and you're sniping, you need to play on precision. Okay, so when I am sniping, I put it on precision and I go back up to my sensitivity, and this is all personal preference, but you definitely want to try out precision for sniping only. I use 12. I know some people, they like playing on 20. I have a lot of friends that play on 20. I play a little weird. I don't know, I've been trying this out and it's been working for me. I play 12-8. So my vertical, like going up and down, won't move as much, but my horizontal, I could spin and everything better. But like I said, try these out. Precision will definitely help you guys out if you guys are sniping. Now for gameplay settings, the last settings in this video I'm going to give you guys. This is the biggest setting this year, slide/dive behavior. You need to put this on slide only. Maybe in Warzone you probably want to keep it on the default, which is tap to slide, but definitely want to have this slide only. Trust me, when you're sliding, it's super responsive compared to when you have it just on tap to slide. If you have it on slide only, as soon as you tap that thing, it just slides. You could just move around the map better, smoother, everything. And then other than that, everything is pretty much default. I know some people run auto tac sprint. I don't run that because sometimes you can get caught in the tac sprint when you need to aim down, and that's a big thing about that. And single tap sprint, so instead of double tapping, you just single tap it and you're just sprinting. This is G8, I believe. I know there were some talks about it. I'm not too sure in the Call of Duty League, but I'm not in the Call of Duty League. I'm using it. My thumbs are just gonna go crazy. If you guys didn't already, leave a like and subscribe. Please do. Leave a comment. Let me know if you guys enjoy these classes, how you guys are doing, if they made you any better. And yeah, have a great one. Have a blessed one. See you guys later. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed the video. Peace.